Okay.
Alright. 3, 2, 1.
Can we do it again? I missed.
Alright. You missed! Like, some people are shit at high fives and you're just shit at high fiving yourself.
Because I went under a 20, I had to think about that more than the numbers. It was a second. Right, quick.
1, 2, 3!
Would you rather have cheddar cheese for knees, or a talking dog that only speaks in Portuguese? Or to make yourself feel really dry, would you towel dry between your thighs, or dangle out your knackers in the breeze?
You are listening to Knackers in the Breeze podcast with me, Ryan.
And me, Big Baz.
And also, we have a special guest on today. Second time we've had a guest.
Yeah, it's a rare thing.
Yeah.
It's a rare thing.
So, a lot of you have heard on previous episodes, Emily.
Hello.
AKA my GF. Happy to have you on.
What's a GF?
Oh,
Just for clarification
GF
purposes.
A good friend, isn't it? A really
The
good
cool
friend.
kids is good friend, or some people say girlfriend.
No
but they only say
shit.
that in the hill tribes of Central Wales.
Girlfriend. Friend's a girl, good friend. Same
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
right? Well, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We have a guest once every 4.5 episodes.
Yeah.
That's a rule that we drew out on day one. Every 4.5 we get a guest on average. And,
However, this time we have 3 mics, so hopefully.
Yeah, because the last time we were with Josh, great
Yeah.
episode, lots of dwarf talk.
Yeah, we were kind of like back at school. It was like I was one between two, and we were just kind of
Yeah,
like huddling around one mic.
Yeah, it's quite hard to talk sharing a mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really hard. So yeah, this would definitely go smoother. And also the first time we've had female perspective, which is that we can't, let's not undermine that.
We don't know shit. So.
Yeah,
It's the first time we've seen one.
yeah. And also I need to say as well, normally we record this in a musky old shed. We're actually in quite a nice home with central heating and cats and wallpaper and lots of things that the shed doesn't have. And a big
Non-asbestos.
table. Yeah, no asbestos. It's quite nice. There's a toilet.
Whoa!
It's got it all.
Yeah.
So that could only improve the content.
You say that about the shed, but the shed's pretty good.
Yeah, it just is what it is. It's just very basic. It's just
There's
a
no
shed.
wood burner here, though.
No.
We do have a wood burner in this
but we can't light a fire, so
It's motherfucking summer now, so who needs it?
and it's the summer.
We're just burning wood just from the heat of the sun.
Yeah, man, that's deep. We always talk about the weather at the start, and I feel like
Oh yeah, I've already mentioned it.
you've
It's
already
just
mentioned it.
Too
It's-
British, isn't it? You
it's the
can't just
go-to.
not do it.
What's the weather been like recently, right?
Has actually been scorching.
Oh, has it now? It has. It's been absolutely good. A few podcasts
Bank holiday,
ago,
we just had a bank holiday. All 3 days was scorching, really sunny.
the hottest bank holiday weekend in May since records began, actually, which I would think of 1939 or something.
Something like that. That was the start of the war, but I think it was like 1920 something.
Yeah, maybe that makes more sense.
Yeah.
So there we go.
What'd you get up to
What
on
time
the
to
bank
be
holiday?
alive? I went to a folk festival,
Mm.
so I just sat in a field and drank ale.
Yeah, but what do you do at the festival? Because that's just every day, isn't it?
I just did it what I normally do, but in a field. Also, yeah.
Normally do it in the library, don't you?
Yeah, or the shed on my own. When I did it in a field with lots of folk people, and what did I do? I went to. I was a flower girl at a wedding.
Yeah?
Yeah, I didn't even know the wedding was happening, and it was.
Just turned up. I was in a dress.
Yeah, it was a pagan wedding, and they're like people that I always see at festivals. So I've known-
Whoa. Can you? What's a pagan wedding?
Which not
And why was
tradition-
it a pagan wedding?
They're pagans, so they're quite into their
What
whole
type of pagan?
But
paganism.
what? Yeah, elaborate.
Celtic
What
or-
does it mean?
I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of
Roman
paganism.
religion?
It's got
Ancient
its roots in
Is it Viking?
early, I really don't know.
Did they have it on Thursday? So, because it was Thor's Day.
Well, there is some truth to that. Basically, they get married every year, but it only lasts for a year and a day in the pagan world, and it's
Well, the wedding only lasts a year and a day.
yeah, only lasts
So
for a
you
year and a day, and you do it. Then a year and a day later, if you still want to be married, you do the ceremony again. And this was a year
It was
and a
easy
day.
divorce back then.
Yeah, and it's worked for them. They've been together for like 20 years, and they're really good together.
It's expensive.
Maybe that's the secret. It's free as a bean. Did it in a beer garden. All you
I
need.
mean, it's expensive for them.
What do you mean?
If they're doing it every year.
What's
I mean,
expensive about
a wedding at the moment for people is like, you have to break the bank for it, don't
No,
you?
this is
They
a
have to
pagan
do it
wedding.
every year.
This costs nothing.
Okay.
All it cost was a broom. So basically, a big part of the wedding, like the wedding is there's
a broom and a goat.
You get ordained, but the guy that like the priest guy is. You ever seen the film The Big Lebowski?
No, everyone says I like it.
Many years ago, but I don't really remember.
Wow. Well, the main guy is called the Dude.
Yeah.
And there's a whole religion around him called Dudism, and this guy is legitimate.
Is Josh the head of it?
He's got a certificate, and he's like a priest of Dudism. So he genuinely has a certificate to actually give weddings and stuff from this religion.
So is it like actually recognised as a marriage?
Yeah, in the Dudism world. But yeah, it's not like they did it in a beer garden with surrounded by all their friends, and there's a full like beautiful speech like you get in a normal wedding, like do you promise to love and hold, but there's also some funny bits thrown in, and then the end bit is you jump over the broom, and that symbolises the fact that you're taking this I don't know where it came from. It's got its roots somewhere, and they jumped over the broom. Then they were married.
Maybe Claude Makelele was a good sweeper.
That's such an odd midfielder. Such an odd
He doesn't even work.
The most defensive midfielder of the last 20 years. It really was.
When I was unemployed, there was a little job opening to work at this pub, and it was in Margate somewhere, and it was a Druid place.
Ooh.
And a load of people turned up, and they asked me questions like, "Oh, do you know what Druidism is?" I was like, vaguely.
Did you? Did you do some research?
It was literally like a job for a cleaner. So
you didn't research the role of
cleaning, yeah.
I clean my ass.
Mr. Sheen, some bleach,
Flash,
sponge. So yeah, I researched them.
No, you didn't Google.
Not really. Well,
Druidism.
Not really. No.
No.
But they were kind of like offended that I wasn't a druid and that I applied for the job to be a fucking cleaner, and that wasn't a druid.
What?
It was strange.
So you didn't get the job?
I didn't get the job. Luckily. Otherwise, I'd
would you be
be
a druid
in that
right now?
cult now.
Your beard would be twice as long.
Yeah.
You'd have a staff. Staff. Did you say staff or staff?
Staff.
Staff.
Yeah. But I've got 2 staffies as dogs, so.
There's a whole other conversation. Why don't you call them staffies? But anyway, we won't get into that.
What did you do? Did you like have to walk down the aisle before them, like throwing flowers and petals at everyone? Or?
Yeah, basically on the way down to the pub, we ripped flowers off things. It was me and my friend Jack. We ripped flowers off, ripped some trees off, bits of. We just had the worst bunch of flowers you've ever seen. And then we walked behind them as they got to their place. The broom was in the way, so they had to stop at the broom before jumping over it. And then we just stood at the back, really politely, just stood at the back waiting. And then we had a pocket full of cherry blossom. Little surprise, I didn't know about that. And then when they got married, we sort of like threw it out like confetti. It was beautiful. It was a genuine wedding. Like they love each other, and this is their ceremony, and that's what they do. Beautiful. It's lots of. I don't know the difference between Druids and pagans. To be honest with you.
I think there are type of pagan. Pagan's just like a general non-monotheistic thing, isn't it? Like
I don't know. I know there's lots of.
So like the Roman religion and like the Viking religion, those all described as paganism from the Christians because it's like they have a load of gods, whereas Christianity has just the one. So paganism is not one religion. It's like.
Well, I think they're quite into like nature is a big part, isn't it? It's like the moons and times of the
there's like the
year.
green man. I've actually got a little green man over there somewhere. He's like the forest god.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of their thing.
Yeah, it might be just like the pre-Roman Celtic religion or something like that.
Still lives
it makes
on.
sense.
It lives on. There's more meaning in
Maybe
there
they were Druids.
than religion. They said pagan, but they're probably just talking like they're not going to try and. Yeah, I just looked dumbly at them. I was just happy to be their flower girl. I really was, and I'd do it again in a year and a day. So next year, I'll be on the Sunday this time. I will be there potentially. Yeah, I will be there whenever they do it. I'd like to be the flower boy again, flower girl.
Like you corrected yourself.
Flower girl. But I didn't wear anything special. I didn't have a special outfit because I didn't know it was happening. But next time, with a bit of warning, I'll know it's happening and I can wear a nice.
What's a better wedding? A normal standard one, a Christian one, a pagan one. Have you been to any others? It's like a Muslim one? Hindu
I've never been to a Muslim wedding or a Hindu wedding, actually.
No,
I've kind of been to a Muslim one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
it wasn't like a proper ceremony, but my friend got married to a Muslim guy, and we had like the normal wedding on the Saturday, and then on the Sunday it was like a celebration kind of, like for all the Muslim families. So it wasn't like a ceremony, but we have like different traditions. Like every single male had to feed Charlene a piece of cake.
Had to what? Had to what?
Fatten her up.
She had to sit there and like every single dude was just like
putting
cake in her mouth. It was kind of disgusting. I felt bad for her. I was like,
"Did you have to eat the whole cake?"
They think she ate the whole cake.
That's fucking.
But yeah, like they all just like kind of basically queued up and like put cake in her mouth.
I've never
heard of it, but
that's
if you've been
crazy.
to a Muslim wedding,
It was good food.
Listen to this podcast and email in.
Yeah.
Knackers in the Breeze.
There's a lot of Muslims out there.
KERS@gmail.com.
Thank you. Knacksinthebreeze@gmail.com. If you've
fed cake or been fed cake
to a newlywed Muslim lady, that sounds. I mean, it's odd. It's really odd.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. Oh my god. Is that what they've been doing like for hundreds of years?
Did I talk about this on the last podcast about the wedding?
I don't think so. No, did he?
So there's a girl opposite me.
What wedding? I don't remember it. No,
about
last
the
time
Polish
it was...
wedding.
No, you didn't.
So this is a weird one. So in this part of Poland, she was with this Polish guy, and one of his family members getting married. And in this town, I don't think it's a Polish. All of Poland does it. Apparently, it's just this part of Poland. Like I don't know where. Don't know the name of it. Who knows? But some part of Poland, she went to the wedding, and it's a tradition because it's quite a small town. Everyone knows that this person's getting married, and on the day, like what day and who's getting married and what time. So in the run up to the church, like all the road that she's going to take in her little car, whatever, horse and car, I don't know. And but all these old men, all the old men in the village, put on their Sunday best. Bear in mind, they don't really know this girl, but they might even know her at all. They just know there's someone getting married on that day, and they turn up at the side of the road with a flower that literally just ripped out the ground. And it's tradition to, like, the car has to stop. So her, or the bride on the way to the church, has to stop by every man standing at the side of the road, take the flower, and in return, she gives them a bottle of alcohol, like vodka or whiskey or rum or gin. And that's it.
Or so Santa Mare, the little tiny little French.
There's
a bottle of alcohol.
I said, like, what? And she was like, yeah, it's quite expensive, and your car is full of bottles of alcohol. But it's what so she ends up with like a little shriveled daisy.
She definitely gets like this short.
Yeah, I love it.
All these old blokes are just going, yeah,
that's exactly what they do. They go, I'll put my tie on, and they just stand there waiting. Oh, here she comes. Flour, drink, and then they go. They just walk off. They've done their bit.
Play down the Polish stereotype of just getting smashed on vodka. Like, have vodka for this flour.
Yeah,
it is currency here.
Yeah, it's quite sweet. It's nice they all come out, but I feel like they're only. I mean, could be wrong, but I feel like they're only doing it for the alcohol. Some would say.
Yeah, I think so.
Some would say. Cynics would say. My ambition is I want to go to more weddings that aren't just like I've been to tick the Druid/pagan wedding, jump over the broom. Next, I want to go to something a bit more crazy.
Right.
A Jewish wedding would be quite good fun.
Yeah.
That'd be
smashing
really
the
fun.
thing,
yeah,
and then carrying the
chair.
That's all I know. Yeah,
that'd be great. Let's make it so.
Josh is getting married, and rumor has it that he is, if you're going to put a figure on it, 25% Jewish. So
previous guest on the Christmas episode. I can't remember what episode that was.
5,
maybe episode 5. We had
it was 4 or 5.
A guest called Josh on. If you haven't heard it, then go back and listen. And rumor has it, he is part Jewish.
It's now fact. 25%.
Very rarely brings it up.
So we can do a little bit of that at his wedding. Put him on a chair.
Maybe like just like a one-legged chair or something.
Yeah, he'd love it.
If any female listeners are Jewish and wants to get married to Barry, send us in a message on Facebook, because we are now on Facebook.
Yeah, so you can
look up Knackers in the Breeze, and if you want to send in a question, you can also do it on there.
It's a much easier way to send a question, isn't it?
Before we sent it via WhatsApp, but obviously you don't have us on WhatsApp if you're new, so go on Facebook, Knackers in the Breeze. We are also on YouTube now, which you can't send a question in, but you can listen to us or watch us, which is just a still image.
Once we get to 20 episodes, we'll be live streaming these.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll be recording them at least with a little GoPro.
Knackers in the breeze.
Okay, that's a really funny story, right? Thank you. So do you remember the game we played? Radio game inspired.
Radio Choo Choo.
Well, I remember. Yeah, and I got another game which if I ever got my radio show, I'd probably do this on. But
you not got your radio show yet?
No.
Come on, Barry. What's going on?
Well, I'm waiting for. Do you know what? I'm at the wrong radio station. If I get a show, I have to share with someone. I won't get my own slot at this point in time unless someone dies or leaves.
We could engineer
buy a gun.
But be careful what you say, because if someone does die in mysterious circumstances, this will be in court. I'm gonna have to listen to your fucking stories. So yeah, until someone dies or retires. But then, if I've got the certificate, I think it's a recognised thing that says you know how to press record and talk. Basically, if I get that, then I can apply at other radio stations if that's something I want to do. Who knows? It's just fun to do. Anyway, but if I ever get my own show, which may happen one day, I would like to do games, because it's all part of the radio culture, isn't it? Like when you do these terrible cheesy, just awful games. So we did Radio True Radio Nana, went really well. Oh, the feedback we've had about that. I've had people try to buy the concept from me.
Endless emails and knackersandthebreeze@gmail.com.
Yeah, KN.
How do you spell that?
KNACKERS@gmail.com.
Thank you for spelling that out, yeah. Because it is confusing sometimes.
Yeah. Clarification.
And then, so people like gone crazy about that. So this game is called Catch 22. And we've got a little jingle. That's the shittiest thing I've ever heard. So yeah, Catch 22. So here's the concept. And the way I see it working is on the start of my show, I'll go. One of the first things I mention, I've got a 3-hour slot. I go, everybody, Catch 22. It starts now. And basically, you've got 3 hours. You've got 3 hours. You've got to listen to the entire show. So it hooks the audience in. They've got to listen now for the next 3 hours. Otherwise, they might miss it. And at some point in the show, I'm going to drop in the number 22.
Is this like for the podcast as well?
This is we're playing it. It's live from now. So the moment I mention that number, 2 and a 2 together, you got to call me out on it and go, Catch 22.
And what do we get if we catch your 22?
You get 22 thumbs up.
Hey, I saw you 22.
Okay, well done. Well done. We rehearsed that before. Okay, right. So starting from now, it could happen. It could happen in an hour's time. It could be 5 minutes time. It could be the next 30 seconds. I will drop 22 in.
There we go.
And you got to catch it. Starting from now. Starting from now. Starting from now. Okay. Starting from now. Starting from now. And if you're at home, which you are, I assume, or in a car or in the bath. If you hear that number,
22.
Which number?
Oh,
you know what number? 11. Email in. Tell me the.
We need some sort of like forfeit for maybe us. Well, me and the guest, if there is a guest.
There is.
Don't get it. Yeah. So a forfeit for maybe for in the future. So next episode.
If I drop it and you notice it,
maybe if you can think of a forfeit, then email us in for ideas. Mm-hmm. Of a forfeit for whoever gets or does not get it. So if we get it, then you have to do the forfeit, and vice versa.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, let's see how keen your ears are, people. That's what I'll say. So at some point, who knows when? Only I do. I will drop that in. I'll try.
What will you drop in?
A number.
Okay.
A number that I've already mentioned numerous times. Great, and if this goes well, then I'll do it in real life on the radio live broadcast. But let's see, we'll see. Feedback, please, is always welcome. Facebook, Knackers in the Breeze.
Right, we have a question from the father of Would You Rather, who is very heroic on this podcast.
Love him.
Hello, Barry and Ryan. My question this week is adapted from a Rick Gervais XFM Show Award podcast. I can't remember one I listened to recently, and it goes as follows. It's directed at you, Barry, but it involves Ryan. If you were trekking in the Amazon rainforest, Ryan stopped to urinate and was bitten on the penis, the tip of the penis, might I add, by a deadly snake. You have the awareness going in, due to the training that it takes to trek the Amazon, that the only way to save Ryan is to suck the poison from his penis. You know that. And you have to do it immediately, within 30 seconds before it enters his bloodstream. Do you do it, or do you leave your friend to die? That's my question.
Right, so Barry, we're good friends, and I feel like you do your utmost to keep me alive. So I feel like this is an open shot case.
The thing is, like,
you're keeping me alive.
I'm not a homophobic person in any way. I've got lots of gay friends. I'm not homophobic. I'm not homophobic.
The more you say that, the less I believe it.
But I feel like I would.
Is it like I'm not a racist? My best friend's black.
Yeah. I'm not racist, but
well, not best friend. Yeah. He's a friend.
But,
he's my neighbour.
I know him.
Yeah, checks the bins once a week. It's brilliant. But if is there no other?
There's no other. He's dying.
I'm dying. It's precious time.
Well, I thought of one scenario immediately that would get me out of doing it, but it would put more pain on you.
Why are you trying to get out of saving me?
I'm not trying to get out of saving you.
You're just thinking of an alibi. It's just like, wow, he's gonna die.
It's annoying how uncomfortable I am with sucking your penis. I'm really feeling comfortable about it. I don't feel comfortable with it.
Genuinely offended.
Yeah, you should be, because no, you shouldn't be. because I am. I really don't want to do that. I don't know why. I just don't. I really don't. I don't want to do that.
But do you want Ryan to die?
No, I don't want you to die. And also, if we're out in the middle of the jungle, it's probably imperative that you stay alive to help me stay alive. So it's in my best interest to keep you alive.
God, thank you.
Unless we've only got one limited
That's the
ration.
whole friendship with...
No, you have an abundance of rations.
I've got an abundance, but I don't need right then, do I really? Well, no, that wasn't. That was a joke. But could I not lop your penis off with a knife?
Whoa, no!
No.
No.
That's what I'm saying. There's an abundance, therefore, you don't need him to die to.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I can cut his penis off before the venom gets.
No, it
really
doesn't work that
touching.
way.
Does it not?
No,
Does
and
it,
also
he needs
because
to
then.
suck it out.
Yeah, because maybe chopping his penis off does prevent the venom going.
think
Then
it
he's going
would.
to get gangrene,
but-
and then he's going to die anyway. He's
Well,
going to
tie my
die
belt around.
a longer, slower, more painful
But I'll
death.
tie my belt around his penis, around the base that I've left, because I'm a nice guy. I didn't cut all of it off, just the tip.
You're not a nice guy. You cut my dick off.
I'm cutting the tip of your dick
Because you
off.
don't want to like
And then I'll
suck out a little bit of venom. Go, let's put homophobia aside. You're about to fucking die. I'm just going to quickly do this. You're like, oh no, it's
Here's
a
what I
willy.
do.
Oh no, I'd rather lop off a fucking
Just the end
piece
of,
of
the
your
penis,
body.
just the end of the penis, and then I'll like get some gunpowder and burn the edge and stop it.
Yeah, but then
getting
how's he gonna wee if you do that? You're just gonna.
If I got
I
a
don't know,
snake
it's
bite
very
on the
question.
arm, would you suck out the venom from the arm and then just like spit it
No,
out? Or
no,
would you
no.
lop off my whole arm and just go, it's easier on me.
Well, here's
I
what
just don't want to get my mouth dirty.
So I'd go, you lazy fucker.
Because you haven't showered in a couple of days, right?
Suck your own arm. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm like unconscious on the floor because of the snake bite.
Well, then it's too late. No, okay, I'd suck your arm. Yes, more better. Yeah, I'm a lot
This is
more
like
likely to suck your
a
arm.
slightly smaller version of my arm.
I've heard. It's like one of your fingers. But the thing is, I don't know.
Slightly smaller
Version.
version of my pinky.
I don't know. I think immediately what came to mind, I thought, how can I get out of this? I don't want to do this. Here's what I would do, and don't take this the wrong way, and you probably will because you're, emotions. But I'd probably throw you to the ground immediately, and I'd stamp on your ribs to break them. So you could, hear me out. It sounds bad. Hear me out. So you could then bend over, a la.
No, because by the time he's got 30 seconds.
Oh,
So I've had a snake
Crack.
bite. I'm already in agony. You're snapping my ribs, smashing my stomach, diaphragm,
And he'll probably
maybe a
pass
lung.
out from the pain anyway, and therefore he wouldn't be able to suck out the venom even if he
It's a
physically
risk
could.
I'm willing to take. So I'll throw you down. I'll go crack, crack. Both ribs gone. The bottom ribs. And I'm like, right, suck your own, quick. You've got no ribbage in the way.
Suck your own quick. That brings back memories.
Suck it yourself. And then if he passed out and couldn't do it, right? If he couldn't suck his own penis or wasn't willing to because you're a
I
selfish
was willing
man,
to. I just can't.
well, I would give you the gift of suckage. You could do your own
Suckage.
by having no ribs. So there we go. That's what I would do. And if you couldn't do it,
You're
then
more heartless than I thought you were.
then and only then would I do it. Would a straw work? Could I put a straw?
No.
Why not?
Why did you bring a straw to the Amazon rainforest?
Just suck out ponds and leaves and things. You can reach more leaves with a straw.
A bit of felching.
Oh, not again. Why have you mentioned felching again?
I've
Where
been
does that
not
come from?
felching again in the Amazon rainforest. I was not there.
Not but you've been able to suck your penis ever since, and you haven't thanked me once. So there we go.
So he's bitter. He's bitter.
Well, let's switch it around quickly. Would you do it to me?
Oh, this is not a question aimed at me.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
Specifically aimed at you. And
Would you rather
normally
break-
I would switch it around to me and just go, okay, it's my duty to answer. But the father of Would You Rather has answered. Yeah.
Well, by that, plucky listener, keen listener, it sounds like Ryan wouldn't suck my penis. That's what it sounds like to me.
Well, Ryan couldn't suck your penis because he's dead.
No. Wow.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
of you.
Right, anyway, so you've heard my answer. I wouldn't necessarily go straight to suck it. I'd throw you down, break the ribs quick, and then try and bend. I'd help you over. I'd push your head towards your penis and just go, suck it yourself. Suck it. You've got 10 seconds. Suck
You
it
sound like
yourself.
Ricky Gervais.
Suck it yourself. Tickle it. Suck it yourself. And if you were passing out and blacking out because of the pain, then I would reluctantly get down.
I'd reluctantly press your diaphragm so you can actually physically suck it yourself.
And then I'd lop it off. No. I tried everything.
And you just hope that what squirts in your mouth is just the venom.
Well, well, there is that as well. I don't know what kind of venom is supposed to be. Rattlesnake venom is. I have no idea.
I think it's white. I think have you seen like a snake being
Sucked off?
Being what? toothed.
I don't know. Yeah, like when they pushed it on a glass.
Oh
Seen
yeah.
that?
And
There's
it's
like a Vice documentary on YouTube of a person who injects snake venom into himself. He's like an American living in London, and he gets like all these snakes, and he puts like cling film over a shot glass, gets them to bite down on the cling film, puts a little bit of venom in, and like gets it in a syringe and like tiny little drop and mixes it with water, or whatever, and injects it into him. And like he's done it so much that he's got like built up a resistance to it. And he goes out, he's like really energized and skateboards and shit down the street. And if you haven't seen it, look it up because it's fucking mental.
I would suck that venom straight out your dick now. I mean, you've turned me right onto that.
Well, I'll tell you that story when we're in the Amazon rainforest, and you'll be bang on that.
Well, you've got.
I won't even need to get bitten, will I?
You've got 30 seconds to pitch me that story.
Barry, I'm not bitten. What are you doing?
Like, you know you've been tired. We haven't really eaten the last few days. If you suck this now, you might be revitalised. You'll get us out of this jungle. There we go. If we can finish that sentence, I'll be right on that, in that, on that.
Let's listen up, Knackers in the breeze. Listen up, Knackers in the breeze.
Right, now we have another question from our Facebook page. Someone has emailed in or messaged in, I don't know what it is, to Knackers in the Breeze on Facebook.
That's exciting. Is that the first? Is that the first? Is that the first?
It is the first, yeah. Apart from me making sure it worked, and I just said test, but I can't really read that because it's not a question.
No.
It's someone called Jake, and he asked, if you were reincarnated into an animal, what animal would suit your personality?
Wow.
Which I was going to ask a question this week, which would be a follow-on to this, which I'll ask after you give your answer. So what animal would suit your personality?
I mean, my instinct is a shark.
Would suit your personality?
But I feel like personality. Well,
Shark.
Sorry, that's my gut instinct.
Like great white.
Why is it your gut instinct?
But just because I like sharks and, and I have an affinity with water, and I don't always like people.
No, so you want to kill them?
A lot of them, yeah.
could be a jellyfish.
But I don't know if that necessarily wholly fits my personality.
A shark.
No,
I think
because you
that-
are vegetarian, aren't you? So choosing a shark is kind of strange.
But that's because I
you
don't like
rip
to eat
apart
animals.
seals.
Plankton.
and-
I mean, maybe I'd be like Bruce from Finding Nemo.
Right, yeah.
Oh, the Australian one.
rehabilitated.
He's a rehabilitated shark.
What do you eat though? Because they're not one for eating spinach and kale.
But I think maybe just an otter. They're quite friendly.
They hold hands, aren't they?
Yeah.
Quite cute.
They're quite cute.
So what about an otter would suit your personality?
They're water based again, going with the whole water theme.
Do you like showers and swimming pools?
So it's where when we go to bed, you do sleep in a water bed and kind of just paddle in a pool when you go to sleep. You
What?
try and hold my hand when
Wait.
you do it. So it does kind of suit your personality. Don't know enough about otters to make jokes.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, do you know what would suit my personality? It's really like quite hard to dissect what you actually like,
It's
isn't
a
it?
big question. Right, so an otter, water based, quite.
They're friendly. People tend to like them. I'm assuming people like me now. I think they do.
They're quite a community.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's right.
They're
Right,
quite
Barry,
loving.
do you know
They like pebbles. Not that I have
they
a
like
pebble.
pebbles?
They always have like a special pebble.
They have a special stone. Did they buy it from a folk festival?
Only ones which have been infused with the power of the moon.
Yeah, otherwise
Yeah.
it's not worth wasting your money. What's the point?
All right, Barry. What animal would suit your personality?
They get a lot of negative press, so probably a rat,
Okay.
because I like the family side of it. They hang
Well, I
out.
used to have 4 pet rats, so
Yeah, they're
I liked them.
They're very
aren't they?
intelligent, aren't they?
Yeah,
Rats.
they're quite social creatures.
Yeah, I played the Sudoku with one. I can't even solve one, but they've done it straight away.
I like that they like scurry around in little like passageways and stuff. I always love that.
You do that one.
Do you scurry around in passageways a lot?
Like, a lot, if as much as I can.
Yeah.
I love alleyways and like shortcuts and like crawling through things
Okay.
and like jumping into gardens and breaking into houses and burgling people, and I love it. Can't get enough of it.
Is it like a
I like hiding.
stick insect that's like a water skimming stick insect, and you like skimboarding?
I love skimboarding. Yeah.
So maybe that is.
Well, there's a spider as well that does it, isn't there? As well.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Maybe it's the spider.
Oh, we couldn't be friends then.
Water tension.
No,
Why
I don't
not?
think otters and spiders are known for their like
Yeah.
deep bond.
It sounds like a childhood book, The Otter and the Spider. That would fit.
Charlotte's Web.
Yeah, that's a good point. Otters probably eat water-based spiders.
I think otters like eat clams and things.
Clowns?
Clams.
Sorry, that is a children's book.
Clowns.
What did you say?
Clams.
Hey kids! Oh no!
I'm all out of love. Probably, yeah, I'll stick with the rat rather than the water-based spider. Don't really like spiders. Yeah, rat. Social, fun, nibble, run, walk. Done. Rat. Be a rat. Yeah, because like, it's really easy to go, oh, I'd be an elephant or a dolphin. Or a dolphin would be quite good, actually.
Dolphin would be cool.
Why didn't I say dolphin?
I don't know. I quite like the idea of being like a lion as well.
No.
Yeah, they sleep all the day. They get food brought to them. They mate. Yeah, because if you, I'm saying a lion as well, not a lioness. The lionesses like go out and bring the meat back. You just get to mate with your lionesses, sleep and eat, and have food brought to you, and lie out in the sunshine.
Does sound quite good.
Maybe under a tree if you need a bit of shade sometime.
Yeah,
I'm going to change my answer, I think.
Nothing's really going to try and eat you.
Actually, this is a different question, isn't it? This is what animal would you want to be?
Yeah.
As opposed to what animal suits you.
This is going to shock you, I think. What animal would suit my personality? Probably would be a cat. Because they're partially energetic when they are like enthusiastic about stuff, but they're fucking grumpy, aren't they? And when they're grumpy, they're proper grumpy. They're very stubborn.
Some might say scary when they're grumpy.
Scary, yeah.
Yeah, they're allowed to. They get away with it as well because they're quite beautiful and cute.
Oh, thank you.
You're not necessarily a cat yet,
Oh.
and you never will be.
But yeah, I think despite my general dislike of cats, not these two that you might have heard there, just poking the mic.
There, that wasn't a sound effect. There is a cat on the table right now.
Fucking everything up. But yeah, I think maybe their general demeanour of just when they are energetic and enthused about stuff, they are running around in. But then when they are grumpy and stubborn, you can't move them. So
I just love how they just sleep for a lot of the day and always look really cosy when they're sleeping. That's my.
Do I look cosy when I'm sleeping?
To just curl up.
Or do I wake everyone up by snoring?
It's more the scratching.
Yeah.
Much like a cat.
Yeah.
So.
We get into this weird territory again, the sexual
territory. I was going to get kicked out again and have to sleep in the garden.
When you we are, yeah, that's actually a good point actually. People that are listening, if you heard the story from, was it last week?
Was it last week?
It was the last podcast, yeah.
Yeah,
last week. About spending a night out in the sticks in the wild. Yeah. We were at the scene of the crime.
You have the guest on that locked me out. I locked myself.
It's amazing you were allowed on.
The deepest sleeper in the world. We have as a guest, wrapped up into a tight burrito.
Maybe should be a bear or a toad.
A toad?
A toad.
Do toads? Are they renowned for their sleeping?
Oh, they're famous for sleeping. I think they dig themselves into a little mud hole and don't come up for
Is that
months.
True?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. Email in if, or go on Facebook if you're a toad expert, or if you can be asked to Google it, which we can't. Do toads hibernate for many months on end in mud holes?
Right, so my question this week was going to be, if you had a spirit animal, what animal would be your spirit animal? Or basically,
spirit animal.
What animal would you want to be?
I'm going to say cat. Cat.
You'd want to be a cat.
Yeah, they live to real old ages, don't they? Like 21, 22, 23. Yeah, they're the dream. They're the dream. Wait, what would you be?
I think maybe a dolphin. I think a dolphin, like, they're fun. They like to.
I thought you'd choose a shark because you've always spoke very fondly about sharks, and I thought it would be your spirit animal, not like the animal that would suit your personality. But
yeah, well, you made me like question myself on my shark decision on question one.
I've been a vegetarian for so many years now, but I really just want to eat.
And also, sharks are solitary creatures, and whilst I do enjoy being by myself, quite friendly. Quite sociable. Dolphins, like, there's a pod of dolphins. I'd maybe break away from the pod from time to time and be like, see you guys, I'm going to go for a little swim by myself.
Yeah.
But I'll rejoin you at a later date.
Yeah, and they would understand.
And they'd get that. They'd be like, that's totally fine, Dolphin Emily. We respect your needs.
Dolphin Emily.
Right.
I've got something
but
to
yes,
say
other than that.
Go on.
For those listeners that were listening, if you had your ear on the pulse, I just got in the number 22 about a minute ago.
What?
And
No, you
both
didn't.
missed it.
I didn't hear you. What
both
did you
missed
say?
it. And there we
You
go.
can't do it when we're talking, though.
No, I was talking on my own.
What did you say?
I said I'd like to be a cat.
Oh, shit,
they
you
lived
did,
to a lot
didn't
old
you?
ages, 21 to 23.
Oh, he did! Oh,
And there we go, catch 22. I got one up.
I wasn't. Now you said. I know you said it, but I wasn't really like paying attention to you. Good damn you! Good damn
It's
you!
the perfect time.
I was convinced.
I was busy, like half doing the
Alright,
cats.
okay. When it's just me and you, I reckon I'll spot it.
He won't.
Well done there, Barry.
Thank you.
That's a tester, though.
Thank you.
There's no forfeit this week.
Okay, no, we're not.
It's,
But we haven't really got
preliminary.
one. We haven't got one. So if you've got an idea of what, the punishment should be, forfeit should be, please let us know. So catch 22. What a success that was from my point of view.
I'm thinking of one off the top of my head. We have to go to a karaoke bar, and you have to get up and do a karaoke, and we have to record it and put it on this podcast.
Oh yeah,
Maybe as like a bonus bit at the end.
I've got to be something that's audible.
Yeah.
Or go up to someone and say something outrageous.
I need to put my phone here and record it whilst he does the song.
Laptop and microphone into the pub.
Right. Anyway, what was your spirit animal?
Cat.
Cat. Right. I think. Right. What do you think my spirit animal is going to be?
Baboon? No, not baboon. Sorry, I didn't mean that. What's the other one?
No, that's the personality.
The really clever ones.
Your spirit animal.
An orangutan.
Right. My
don't-
spirit animal, I think, before last weekend
it
was
was
probably a
goat.
dog.
Oh, I know what your spirit animal is.
Yeah, I think it's probably a dog. Like I just love how happy they are, and I'd love to be one because
Yeah,
they're
that's
just
good.
constantly happy every time you just come home and they fucking
Yeah,
love it.
that's true.
Or just throw a ball and they're like, "This is the best thing ever."
They're very easily pleased, aren't they?
However, bank holiday weekend we went to France, and whilst we were there we visited Boulogne and we went to the aquarium, and I think a sea lion is very similar to a dog, but they swim.
They are called the dogs of the sea.
Dogs of the sea, they're
they
so
really?
graceful
Yeah,
in the
it's
water.
true.
They're just like
They're like
they're
dogs.
proper. They swim so fast and graceful. I
guess they play with
They
balls
look
and
like
stuff.
dogs. They're so cool until they try to get out, and then they're kind of a
Just
bit
so clumsy.
special. they're so graceful in the water, and they get out like. Yeah,
So like
but it seems like such a good life, doesn't it?
So would you rather be a dog?
Apart from when Emily comes as a shark.
Oh yeah.
But I'm a rehabilitated shark.
Rehabilitated
You'll
shark.
probably be
So-
pals in this weird world that you live in together.
Yeah.
An
I might
unlikely
just, like,
duo.
As
Take
humans,
a-
you're a vegetarian. You quite like me, I think. As animals, you'd
You're
probably
okay, you
kill
know.
me until you were rehabilitated.
Wait, so
you're
would
on
you
the
be-
methadone.
Would you be a
I'm
dog
heroin.
or a sea lion?
A sea lion.
I think a sea lion.
Sea lion.
However,
straight up. Better than a canine thing. Mammal.
I do think
dog.
dogs are. I don't know. No, I'm gonna go with sea lion.
Are they as happy as dogs?
I think so.
In the wild, I don't know. They're not really pets, are they? And we only know dogs as pets.
Oh, so if
actually,
you
in the
actually bet
wild,
it's sea
dogs
lion.
might be a bit not as happy.
I think it'd be better to
A domesticated dog in a good family, maybe that's my spirit animal. But
So
just
a
looking at a wild sea lion,
privileged dog.
it's not wild, but it's
A white
it
Western
was-
privileged middle class dog.
Yeah, that's my spirit animal.
But not a rogue.
No, your spirit animal is
street homeless dog.
an old black woman. Let's be honest.
Okay. Right, my question this week is from a lady I've known for quite a while actually, and her name is Mum. And what a
I know,
legend.
Mum. She brought me up.
It's a really common name actually.
That's weird too, because I know Mum.
Shit.
No, Mum, it's like Dave or Alan or
I know Dave as well.
Sally.
Don't know.
Yeah. Susan.
I think you know an Alan.
There's it's very common back in the day. Really common name. And yeah, so this is from her, and she's never heard the podcast before. She's never actually heard it.
Whereas my mum has, but not a fan. Not a
No,
fan.
I don't think my mum would be either. But once we hit 10 eepisodes, I've said to her that I will then open it up to her and show her where to find it, and then it's hers to listen as she wishes. But she told me this question a few months back, but she wouldn't record it, so I said I'm not going to do it until you record it. So she's actually recorded it now. It's quite quiet. You have to listen carefully, but it's also the same question she told me about a few months ago. So it's obviously a question that is pertinent to her, but she's obviously wants the answer. You know, it's a question that stuck with her and doesn't involve wheels or bumps.
Glad she's turned to us.
Wow.
One of life's
There is
questions.
no other way. No one else out there that can answer this question as well as we could. And it's about love. I have heard it. And are you ready?
Right. Do you fall in love with somebody because of their flaws, or do you love them in spite of their flaws?
Ooh, that's deep.
Okay, so yeah, do you love somebody...
Just clarify, what did she say on the...
Yeah, so what she said was, do you love somebody because of their flaws, or do you love them in spite of their flaws? Oof.
You don't love someone because of their flaws.
Yeah, but
you
your
don't
flaws
love-
are what
neither-
make you who you are.
Oh.
So there's
So
obviously
it's not-
someone that attracts... Something that attracts you to someone. You don't just look at them and go, they're fucking ugly as shit. No, they're very stupid. They can't even walk straight.
But do you know what?
I
I
love
would
that about them. And they get very pissed and aggressive.
But just to play devil's advocate, you could. Some people go like, oh, he's a right. You know, he kicks off all the time. Oh, I can change him. I like that about him. You know, he might be attracted to that.
He eats with his mouth open, and it also falls all over him.
And that's why I knew he was the one.
Really attracted me.
But it's a case of like, if Ryan got rid of all his flaws, we've all got flaws. If they were all gone, because there must be things you go. I
That's
wish.
what I mean. Yeah, like
If you,
I don't love them because I don't. But then I don't think people's flaws are flaws necessarily. I just think they're everything that make a person a person.
there's nothing you'd want to change about.
I wouldn't change anything about Ryan. The
And
only
that's
thing
true love.
the only
True
thing
love.
I might change maybe is it might
true
be
love.
nice if he didn't snore.
Well, there we go.
But that's
There
not him,
we
is it?
go.
That's not-
It's definitely him. It's
That's-
definitely him. But you learn to love those parts.
But it doesn't-
I know the father of Would You Rather right now is just going, fucking yes! That fucking pissed me off. I need to find the voice message. I might even just play it on this. Coming up is Paul's voice message of what he sent to our group chat of when I went to university.
Thanks, gentlemen, for sending Ryan up here. I'm really glad you did that. This is the sound he's currently making. I'm gonna punch him right in the fucking face. Ryan, I'm gonna punch you in the face. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. What's going on? That's mental. It's fucking mental.
Anyway, carry on.
But yeah, I wouldn't change anything about Ryan.
No, so you love him in spite of his flaws.
No,
or-
but I don't love him in
Yeah,
spite of his
because
flaws. I love him because they just make him weird.
So flaws don't make
I
the
get
person.
I get the question from your mum, but
But-
I feel like it might be a bit of a loaded question because it's either or, isn't it? I feel like it's.
But there's a third option, which is without the flaws, it wouldn't be you.
Combined, isn't it? It's
That's
like
what
you
I-
don't
Yeah.
love
That's what I'm
someone
saying.
because of their
You've got the
flaws or
third
despite
option.
their flaws. You love them for their traits, and
Which includes their flaws.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it could be part of the traits, isn't it? So,
Which doesn't mean you
And
won't
flaws are
have them.
subjective, aren't they?
Yeah, but whatever you think the flaws are, you know, so you wouldn't change. Yeah, you don't want to change any of them. You just love him for who he is.
I wouldn't change anything about him.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there we go. But then the other side of that is, if I was in love with someone, I'd
He
go,
might not have the same answer.
I absolutely
like-
have the same answer.
"Oh, you
Of course I do.
don't love."
Very soppy shit going on right now.
The reason- Let's skip forward a year. Don't kiss. No, they're kissing. They're kissing. Mother, look what you've done. But yeah, no, that's
your
good.
mother actually said, "I approve of Emily."
Yeah, it was like,
Thanks, Barry's mum.
if you didn't, I'm sure you would not be here today. You'd have gone, well, I trust her judgment. She's always been right before. Yeah.
I don't like her, Ryan. Sorry, Emily.
Sorry.
Barry's mum doesn't like you, and
You need to finish your drink and get out.
you're gonna have to go. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to end it.
It was all going so well.
I really like Shedfest. So.
She's promised me a gig next year, so you need to go. You need to get out. There we go. Yeah, that's a good solid answer, and I actually agree with your point. I'd like to hear her answer to this. Actually,
Barry's mum, if you're listening, then email in Knackers in the Breeze and give us your answer, or send it to Barry on WhatsApp. He doesn't have a phone that works.
No,
just tell him.
It's hit or miss. Or I would say go on Facebook is the easiest way. Go on Facebook.
Go on Facebook.
She's definitely on Facebook.
Go on Facebook, Knackers in the Breeze,
With
and
a
tell us your
KN,
answer.
with a KNAC.
Preferably by voicemail, so we can play it on here.
Yeah, there we go. What is your answer, Mum? What is your answer?
But we all in agreement. Agreement?
We're all agreeing.
I don't know what. An agreement.
We're all agreeing. Yeah, I agree with you. Do you agree?
I agree. I concur.
We all concur.
Name the film.
Brokeback Mountain, knowing you.
I think it's Jim Carrey.
Oh, you're both wrong. Catch Me If You Can. Leonardo
No, that's
DiCaprio.
such an obscure
That's a
reference.
Do you concur? I concur.
Right, that's not a key line of that film.
When do you ever hear the word concur apart from that fucking film?
I've only seen it once.
That's a good
So
question. It's not one of those. It's not like Wilson or what's the most chocolates. Yeah, it's literally the most random obscure line from quite an obscure film. Well, it's a great film, but Catch If You. I can't get over that. It's just so odd. Nobody else would know that.
Yeah, they would. I bet everyone's screaming this right now. Just going,
No.
Of course, it's Catch Me If You Can.
Oh, it's Catch Me If You Can.
Concur.
No.
Do you concur?
No.
I can't even picture at what point he says that. I don't
No.
know. Is it?
Who even says
Yeah,
that?
is it
I don't
Leonardo
even know you two
DiCaprio?
anymore.
Does
I don't
Leonardo-
even know you two.
Who says that? Leonardo or Tommy? I mean, who says that?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Who does
Or
he say it
whoever-
to?
What's his name in the thing?
Frank, someone, isn't it?
Frank Abagnale. Frank
Yes.
Well
Abagnale.
remembered.
Well remembered.
That's
Frank
really good.
Abagnale.
Yeah.
says
That's really
that.
good.
Anyway, ended. What was the question? How do we go to Catch Me If You Fucking Can?
So the answer to the question is Frank Abagnale.
Right, we have a question from Josh, who has been featured in the last few episodes because he has a very interesting question.
One of the best question givers I've ever known.
I think so, yeah.
What great
I
questions
like
you've
it
had tonight
especially
as well.
because he's kicked Barry off the raft and
Oh yeah.
he would not suck venom out my penis, so he deserves to be drowning in the sea.
I think until Josh answers that question, you can't assume that he would either. You know, I know Josh. I don't think he would either.
No,
Josh,
I
if
think
you're
Josh is
listening.
a pragmatist. I
But
think
he's a homophobe.
He would know that two heads are better than one, and he's give me no. Two heads are better than one, so he'd keep me alive immediately.
I would.
I think he'd be an adult about it. He wouldn't
Yeah.
just be squeamish, going, "Oh, there's a penis."
I told you I
I don't want to get my. I don't want to suck.
I would do everything in my power to help you.
Cut it off with a fucking machete,
No, I'd break your ribs first, alright, and then fold you over like a.
and then cut my dick off,
just
and then
the
maybe
tip,
break my
remember?
arm just for the sake of
Just
it.
the tip, and then I'd pocket the tips. We didn't lose the tips. I'd get the tip back on your shaft eventually when we hit civilization again.
We're only out.
Thank you,
we're
Barry.
We're right by.
Yeah, but it
Rio.
would have gone necrotic by that point. 'cause
Necrotic?
Yeah.
That's a great word, by the way.
Yeah.
No, I'll put it on ice.
No, but the poison would have like.
I'd rather suck it out of just the tip I've cut off than if it's attached to him. There we go. There we go. I'd cut your tip off. I'd suck on that like a gobstopper, and then I'd give it to you back. Right? Problem solved.
Hello boys on knackersinthebreeze.com. On Netflix they've just brought back the old classic Queer Eye for a Straight Guy, and in this show someone, a predominantly overtly straight man, is nominated by a family or a friend to work with a collection of overly camp guys to work with him about becoming more cultured, sophisticated, change their interior design, change their habits, change their food, change their drink, etc, etc, etc. My question to you is, if we were to reverse that, straight eye for the queer guy, you two are the consultants, as it were. What would you do to straighten a camp man out? What advice would you give? How would you change his lifestyle? What would you do to help this man? I'm looking forward to hearing your answers. Thank you.
This is on some really rocky territory.
Alright, let me reword it. What would you do
No, I can't.
for a masculine guy to masculinize a camp guy rather than any sexuality?
Well, speaking as a masculine male person, football
Yeah,
match.
well, you, yeah.
Football. You've got to take a guy to a football match, surely. Have some beers.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of testosterone at a football game.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Because me, I'm not that camp. I am a little bit, but
You are a bit camp, but you are very good at football.
I'm good at football.
Like a little Lionel Messi. I
But
say a little Lionel Messi.
I'm the same
And I
height
still
as
stand
him.
by that.
Same height as him. I'm the same height as Messi. Did you know that?
How tall is Messi?
How tall is that?
5'6", 9'5" or something.
Fuck off, I'm like
5 what?
5'8",
5'6", 9'5".
5'7", 5'8".
Yeah, I'm shorter than you.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, fuck off.
Well, the last time I looked, I was 5. I was the same height as Messi. I looked at his height, and to the second.
Did you measure it on
decimal-
telly and go, I'm as tall as him? We've only got
No,
we've only got a 28-inch telly,
No,
Barry.
No, he's really small. He's really small. You wouldn't believe it.
Wait,
He's
so-
my height. The same
Yeah,
height.
so how tall are you?
Like, I remember this was years ago. I'm just going. I'm the same height as him.
Yeah.
It was like 5'6", 9'5" or something. So what you?
I don't know what is 5'6", 9'5". I don't understand.
5'6", 9'5".
Oh, okay.
So what's that? What's that in meters? I think
I have no idea.
I thought I was about 5'8", which is
You probably
about
are, you probably are.
175 centimeters.
Well, if you're 5'8", I'm.
175.
Last time I looked, I was like 5, just bordering 5'7".
Maybe 168.
Right on the cusp of 5'7".
Something like that.
Hence 5'6", 9'5". Honestly, when I look, I mean, I might have grown since then. I don't know, but I haven't. But when I looked, this is about 4 years ago, and then I looked at Messi's height. We were exactly the same.
Right. Okay. So you said take them to the football
Yes.
rather than being a football player. Because
Yeah.
I've always
No,
known
I don't think playing the football is. I think it's the culture.
If any rugby listeners are
There's nothing overtly
rugby
masculine
players
about
listening, then they'd say football is a camp man's game.
No,
and
not
it's so
the
masculine to be rugby.
No, not the culture that surrounds.
Not
the game.
exactly.
No.
Because I've always heard it as football is a gentleman's game played by yobbos, and rugby is a yobbo's game played by gentlemen.
Yeah, that's very true. And I think that is true. I get that why they say that. It's very true. Rugby is it's a brutal game, but they're all gentlemen, and you can tell just by the stadiums that all the fans stand together for a rugby game. Football, they are separated like half a mile apart. Do not go near each other because they'll kick off. And also, it's just chants and like the spitting and the venom and like
the
bullshit.
What are the football firms?
Yeah.
Like you don't get rugby firms, do you? Only
it's
football firms.
It's a working class thing, isn't it? Whereas rugby is definitely more middle class. So it's a bit more like fucking eye for an eye. This is our release. This is what we got.
Rather than like brass knuckle dusters, they've got golden ones.
Yeah.
Or platinum.
With their names inscribed on them. Yeah. That wouldn't surprise
diamonds
me.
And
Yeah. That doesn't surprise me at all. Like with their Eton flag on it. But whereas football is pretty like, if all you've got is that game, is that team, so all you've got going in your life, you're going to like defend it to the day you die. With rugby, maybe it's something that you do rather than it's like everything, your passion that you live for.
I've always sort of grown up in quite a masculine family. Like my dad is like he grew up on a farm. He's a builder. He's a lorry driver. My brother's a lorry driver.
It's really tough.
Other brothers are lorry drivers. They're all kind of builders in a way. And I've always been like,
I like computers.
As a sassy,
my fingertips are sore by the typing I do.
The rest of my hands are so soft.
I've always not felt like quite a masculine one, but I did removals for a bit, which is semi.
Yeah, that's
like
pretty
that.
masculine.
But
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I've always, when I was growing up, I was always a bit ashamed of the 3 things that I considered masculine when I was growing up. Was I couldn't whistle loudly.
Okay.
I can.
That's a big cross.
That's the best I can do.
Yeah, that's a cross.
I can't burp on purpose.
That's a cross.
And I eat my steak well done.
Oh, these are all big fails, man.
I feel like to be masculine. What is it? Masculine eye for the camp guy or whatever.
Straight.
Then you have to eat your steak as raw as possible. It's kind of a competition between men. The more blue you have it, the more male you are.
More
and
blood
people,
on the.
I know that it's kind of like a competition. Like, oh, you have it raw, medium raw. Like, I have it raw. And then some people are like, I have it blue. And then some people are like, I have it just from the cow. Oh, you're so fucking manly. You're so fucking masculine.
But can I just say, there's certain truth in that. If like the guy that hunts his own cow then slices the bit of meat off is, in my eyes, more masculine than the guy.
Well, my dad did grow up at a farm, and I think his dad used to say that. Oh, I like it straight from the cow. Just touch the frying pan. Doesn't even need to be on.
yeah.
And then be able to burp on purpose.
Yeah.
I have to drink a fizzy drink. I can't do it. And whistle. I can't whistle to alert someone. I can go, and they'll be like, what's that noise? But they'll be run over by the time.
I think a football game just ticks because the journey to the game, at the game, queuing to get in, watching the game on the way out covers a lot of
None
bases.
of that is masculine. Journey on the train.
No,
everyone does that. Queuing is not masculine.
No, but
Turnstiles. Yes, this is my ticket. Yes, I'll go round this turnstile. Yes, thank you very much. I'll wait for all my friends that are with me and my family.
No, right, if they go with the right crowd, all of it, they've got it all there. So like, they've got to go for a piss, stand next to other guys, and be like, let's do a spit on the cube in the urinal. Yeah, oh, what do you reckon the score's
camp
going
guys
to be?
always swallow. Go on, sorry.
What do you think the score's going to be? Fucking, a bit of that, a little bit of that. And then learn the song, sing with, fuck you, Rev.
Learning some songs and singing is not I mean, camp people do that all the time. So tell me the words. I'll sing it at the top of my lungs.
I'm having
I will sing it louder than anyone else. Come on, you Spurs.
Okay.
It's the campus team. If Emily's family's listening.
I see your point, actually. I do see your point. Okay, yeah, but I can't think of anything more overtly masculine than a game of football. I really can't. Yeah.
Well, I've always had like a sort of issue with
Boxing.
Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, because it's not necessarily gay culture inspiring straight culture. It's a lot of like good-looking people inspiring a very ugly person to be a bit more, I don't know,
a bit less ugly.
Because all the, I don't know, it's not a contestant, is it?
Oh, is that? I don't know. Is that? I've never actually watched.
It's all, watch the trailer. At least the trailer on Netflix. It's always like all these good-looking camp gay people, whatever, and there's just like rotter.
I just like fucking putting corn in my mouth and chewing it.
They're like, okay, we can straighten him out a bit. Let's put a tie on him. Let's put a bit of makeup on him. Do his hair. Let's get all the bugs out of his hair. There we go. You're presentable now.
He's like, oh, thank you very much, gay poo.
So what you mean, like they set the bar's really low anyway, so it's not hard to do, is that what you mean?
It's kind of...
I think he's saying that it's not about being masculine or being more
being
it's basically just making an ugly person more attractive. It's all about aesthetics.
I see.
Which, yeah.
I don't know, I've never seen it.
I've just kind of seen an advert for Netflix, and there's like
there's
5 guys
in
there, and...
are just all attractive people.
I'm with you now. Do you know what I was thinking of the entire conversation?
What?
Queer as folk. So I'm thinking, what are you talking about?
I did watch that though, and that was really good.
Queer as folk, which is more of like a drama. I was like, what is everyone talking about here? It makes sense now, right? So they,
This has been a whole waste of a question.
Oh yeah, I know exactly where you're coming from now. So they transform. Yes,
it's like a makeover show.
It's like changing rooms, but changing ugly people.
And they just happen to.
But I think they do try and do like an all round thing, not just like let's change your clothes. It's like let's give you a more refined palette and
a bit
let's
of everything.
just upgrade your home decor.
Instead of spitting on the floor or at a person, why not keep it in your mouth? Or swallow.
I'd probably just take him out for a day out with my uncle. There we go. It'd be done. So we'd get like.
Well, what's your uncle like?
We go
to Brighton.
We go straight to the pub. Straight to the hairdressers. No, we go straight to the pub. On the way, we get a lottery ticket. We go to the pub. Have like 4 beers in about half an hour. Go on the fruit machine. You got to do it. Go hard with some random guy. Watch a bit of the game. They're shit. Lost again. Walk home. Get some beers on the way back.
Maybe a kebab.
That's coming. Yeah.
Okay.
Head back to his. Have a few more drinks, smoking fags, watch some videos on the phone and people dying, brilliant. And then we'll go and get a kebab.
And what?
Sorry?
Of people dying?
Well, like funny accidents.
Hey, let's watch some clips of 9/11.
like
coming up next is the second angle.
Like,
this is the second tower.
Like Live League. You ever gone Live League?
No.
Check out Live League. It's brilliant. All the videos are not when they got on YouTube because they're too sort of people are dying. But anyway, the point is, it's quite a manly thing to do. Is to watch horrible videos.
Masculine. Masculine.
Masculine. And then
we're gender neutral on the show.
And then then we'll get kebab. Obviously, we'll go get kebab. It's not far away. Come back, eat it. They have another beer. Roll on home. What a day! I mean, that's not necessarily masculine, is it? It's just a fun day out, right?
Yeah. Apart from the people dying on the phone, that's a bit of a downer.
You've got to be in the right moment. We don't do that every time.
I don't think I'm in the right moment.
Not right now.
I really fancy it now. I've been to Wetherspoons. I've had the wings. I've had a few pints.
If you can't pick up a bird, you watch epic fails.
It's been a really sunny day. I've walked by the canal. It's been lovely. Do you know what? Get your phone out, Seth. Any hangings? Any hangings? I've seen Saddam. I mean, that was great. I watched that earlier again.
You got to watch those, those horrible videos that are sort of awful, but they're so bad. You got to have a look, haven't you, and catch a bit of it.
So there we go. That's what you need to do if you need to turn a camp person more masculine.
Okay, I got a cheeky question. This is Mike, and I haven't done my own question for quite a few weeks, I think. It was fallen by the wayside. But this week, this is my question. Are you ready? So, as you know, 9/11 is my favourite terrorist attack. And Emily, we were speaking before, and it's your favourite terrorist attack as well.
Of all the terrorist attacks,
it's the best.
It's up there. It's definitely, yeah.
It's brilliant.
I think 7/7, a close
I
second.
preferred the Oklahoma bombings.
Everyone's forgotten about that.
The
Like,
Tokyo.
You're a terrorist attack hipster, and it's annoying.
Subway.
No one thinks you're cool for liking that. Right? Just stick with the mainstream. It's a hit for a reason. So 9/11, as awful as it was a spectacle, and I'm quite fascinated by it. So my question is, if you knew that 9/11 was going to happen, so 2 days before, you know without a doubt what's going to go down on that day, but you live where you live now, the southeast of England,
yeah,
the same age that you are now, the same influence, the same power, the same money, you're in your situation you are right now, how would you stop it happening from where you are right now? You've got 2 days, you've got 48 hours, how would you stop it? Could you stop it? But you've got to try.
I don't want to be a doubt, but like, how? I think people just think you're a nut if you like. I want to speak to the president. Well, the president's not going to speak to you. I want to speak to the prime minister. Prime minister's not going to talk to you.
No, definitely not.
But like, do you know that you know it's going to happen?
You know it's going to happen. You know how it's
do you
going to
know
happen.
how? Do you know who's instigating it? Do you know who? Do you know who the pilots are?
You know everything.
I would get on a plane to America and I would go and assassinate the head honchos of 9/11.
2 days.
2 days. What flight to America? What's that like?
Head honchos. They came from.
I don't know. I don't know where they were. Wherever they were.
We'll go to
I know.
my answer would be similar. I'd be like, right, I'm not going to bother making phone calls or emails.
Yeah, because
I'm just going to jump on a plane, first plane I kill.
Yeah, so it's either Ireland or America, wherever that may be.
I'm going to credit card
I'll stop
the
you
shit
there.
out.
This was 2001.
Yeah.
No, but
we were 10.
No, but
Barry
said it's going to happen. In, like when it's today. It's happening on the.
I'd be like, right. Who cares about money? Money's not an option. This, but I'm going to save lives. I'd be like, right, first flight I can find, bang, America, boom, New York area, anywhere. Then I'm going to go to the airport that they left from. Don't know where it is, but I'd Google it. Even though it hasn't happened yet. I'd know.
But we would know. That's the whole point.
I'd know.
Yeah?
Go straight to the airport. I'd wait at the terminal that they boarded the flight of 2-1, whatever it was. Wherever it was.
Okay, I wouldn't wait at the terminal because then if you're going to murder someone, I don't want to I want to save people's lives, but I don't want to spend my life in jail for saving people's lives. I know it's a little bit selfish.
Here's the thing, like you couldn't get around to all the flights, so you'd only. Yeah,
but you don't need to get around to all the flights. Do you? You need to because you got 2 days. So allow like a day's travelling, like you said, another 24 hours.
So you can go to where they're staying.
Yeah.
Okay.
And do it there, incognito, stealth like a ninja.
I feel like
a murdering ninja.
If you know all the details and stuff. The very first flight, if you've 2 days' notice, you have to board that flight.
Whoa!
You have to pretend to be a terrorist yourself. Go on the flight and go, I've got a fucking bomb. There's a bomb on this plane. There's a bomb on the plane that is going to come in.
That's actually really clever.
And then you have to sacrifice yourself.
That's actually really good.
You have to say, I've got a bomb on this plane. I'm going to blow this plane up, and everyone's going to go, we're grounding this plane. And the actual terrorists are going to go, oh, fuck, they flawed our plans.
That's brilliant.
The plane that the other terrorists are going on, they're flawed as well because you mentioned that.
What I will say,
but my point being that I don't want to sacrifice myself.
And then I'll just shout out, "There's so many other planes that you don't know about," and they'll ground all the flights.
Well, in my scenario, he doesn't know necessarily whether he knows what's going to happen, but doesn't know the locations of the people before the flight. Whereas in our scenario, we know where they are.
I know that other people won't know them or believe me, so I'll just say.
No, but in our scenario, when Emma's scenario, she would just kill them before they even got to the airport.
Yeah, because I'm not sacrificing my life. I'm not spending less in
an
American. I'm going to like Guantanamo Bay or something. But in this scenario,
I don't want that. You know what's going to happen, but in this scenario, you actually know where they are at all times, which I don't think would be the case. You just know what's going to go down that day, and you know the people involved, but you don't know what hotel they're at before the flight. So I think you'd have to stay by the airport and then look out for someone who looks a bit like the person. So Rise is actually a really good option in this because you don't know where they're going to be at any time.
I'm not disputing why that plan would work, but I don't want to sacrifice myself.
No, clearly not.
I don't care.
To save 2,000 people.
If you're killing people, whatever, you're sacrificing yourself because you're going to get caught.
But in Rise,
because in my situation, because obviously I know it's going to happen. I've got some kind of maybe not mystical powers, but like I can. I know shit's going to go down. I know enough to be able to evade the police.
Well, in Ryan's answer,
how would you evade the police?
I don't know because at the point I know where they're going to be because I
know everything.
Exactly. If I know the exact plan somehow. I've been Margate in Kent.
Yeah.
Like, how do I know where these terrorists? Like, I've got some kind of special powers.
They said this is going to go down. Yeah. No, someone just phoned you and said, "Listen, I've chosen you. There's going to be a terrorist attack. 5 planes, Pentagon, World Trade Center, Pennsylvania. That's as much as you know. Then what would you do?
Yeah, so exactly. You're not going to go. They're staying at this place in Madrid, and you have to travel.
Well,
all
no,
the way
you're
there.
just like you're changing the scenarios.
Well, yeah, there was a bit of scope to read the scenario. Yeah, there's 2 different readings here. Also, yours only worked temporarily, right? Because the terrorists would go, "Fuck, they're onto us." Okay.
Yeah,
we'll
but
do it in a week's
after I've
time.
done that, security would be heightened, and they wouldn't be able to get through.
No, they go, "He's just a nut."
2001, security.
They just
was
go, "We
more
didn't find
lax than it is
anything.
now,
Let's
isn't
go back to normal." They go, "Okay," or they go, "We'll wait a month and we'll do it then." We'll wait to October the 11th.
Security's still heightened. Security since 2001.
Since that crazy,
Since that date, whatever it was,
that
the
crazy guy from
11th
Kent
of,
came to America and said,
November?
"Loads of bombs on this
9th
plane."
of November. Or
But they
something?
checked the planes. There were no bombs. Oh, it's just no. Don't worry about it. Right, back business as usual. October the 11th comes around. Boom, plane, Pentagon, boom, World Trade Center, bang. No, but October.
No,
goes
he's
back.
saying
They've waited a month.
Right.
They've waited a month now because they were like, wait for nut to rise, wait for that to die down. Security wasn't high because there was nothing on the planes other than some dodgy-looking sweaty man who was a bit worried, but didn't find anything.
How many airlines or whatever said like there's a terrorist attack? Will heighten security? There wasn't one. Let's lower it. Let's lower security.
Let's wait 3 days, 3 months, 3 weeks even. If they wait a year, they eventually will slacken again, and then Osama and his men will strike, or the government will strike, depending on which other story you believe.
I feel like I could get away with it as well because I've got the bit of a beard.
Yeah, they'd probably
Yeah,
think they're like, yeah, you're the terrorist.
Yeah, they would.
He's got a dodgy look to him.
Yeah, speak
Lock him up.
accent.
No one will miss him.
Whereas you haven't got a beard.
No.
Could you grow a beard?
I probably could grow something that resembled a beard, but it wouldn't look very good.
Yeah, I
You've got a
couldn't
bit of
grow
a
a
beard at the
beard.
moment.
I just
Got
haven't
like
shaved for a few days. Yeah,
Bit
it's
of
about as good as it
sideburns,
gets. You know,
A bit under the chin.
this is about as good as it gets. This is my 9
Bit
out
on
of
the
10.
top. Bit of a mustache.
I've got a really good moustache. Yeah.
You can get the whole Beppe look.
Beppe.
Beppe look from Marie Stenders.
Yeah, Vegas.
He's like a proper, Dave Brent Beppe look.
Beppe from the early 2000s. Yeah. The thing is,
I don't think he was involved.
Beppe.
Was he involved?
He could have been because he disappeared not long after 9/11. He's in Guantanamo right now. Beppe.
What has happened to fucking Beppe?
I don't know because I've never seen him in
He's never
anything.
in anything else.
I've never seen him ever. Oh my god! Ever the mystery of Beppe. Find Beppe. Where is Beppe? And the name Beppe.
No one's ever. No one before or after has ever had the name Beppe.
No.
Anyone says the name Beppe, everyone's like, yeah, that's that person from EastEnders.
God, yeah.
It's not even a real person; it's a character.
No one knows his real name.
But
if you are listening to this and you know somebody called Beppe, or you're called Beppe,
what are you? You are Beppe from EastEnders.
or you are Beppe, please, more than any, I've never meant this more than now. Please email in Facebook next.
We need to find this man.
Find Beppe. National search for Beppe. Anyone called Beppe, not even the Beppe, just any Beppe. That will start with that.
Hashtag find Beppe.
If we can find the real Beppe, what's he up to right now?
That needs to be trending right now. Hashtag find Beppe.
Yeah.
Where is Beppe?
Or did he die in 9/11 on one of the planes with a knife between his teeth? I don't know. What happened to Beppe?
Was he involved in 9/11? We don't know. We don't know these
The
things.
9/11 Beppe conspiracy. He was the mastermind behind it. I don't know.
I think the title of the episode needs to be hashtag find Beppe.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's a good one. That's really good. That was another episode of Knackers in the Breeze. We went deep, we went hard, we went slow, we went fast. I don't know what that means.
We wanted to find someone.
Yeah, we haven't found Beppe yet, but the search is on.
We will find him.
And you can help us. Let's start the
This is
search.
episode 9 of Knackers in the Breeze. By at least episode 30, we want to find Beppe.
Yeah.
Potentially have him as a guest and
Oh, I
get
think
him to ask us a question.
I think we can get Beppe on. I don't think that's beyond the... With fans like ours, anything is possible.
We want to get Beppe as a guest, but no one could beat Emily. So
Of course.
she's been a brilliant guest,
very smooth.
and hopefully we can have her again in the future.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It has to be in at least.
Have you enjoyed
4.5
your-
episodes.
I have enjoyed it very much. It's a bit nerve-wracking at first, but thanks for having me on.
You are the first person that cannot get their knackers out on the breeze, but
We won't
would you
have
do
that
the
occasion.
equivalent?
Not here right now. Wait till
You don't
God.
have to, yeah.
Yeah, wait
It's
till
an
God.
audio podcast anyway, so
Even so. Wait till I'm gone and then swing those knackers as much as you want, you know?
Bosoms in the breeze.
Bosoms in the breeze. There we go. We could do a spin-off one. You could be the host.
Franchise out.
You can be my guest.
There we go.
Who makes that noise while sleeping? And look at me, I'm being loud now. This is a loud speaking voice. There's nothing. Just fucking. I'm gonna shake you. I'm gonna wake you, and then you're gonna go downstairs.